Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Wait a minute. I done did this blog multiple times. Look, I'm sick. You know what I mean? Like I got boogers in my nose, the boogers in my ear. Listen to me. What is going on? I'm trying to drop some content. Like, come on, universe, what you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, bruh. But listen, I ended up watching the Untold Truth. I think Chris, he interviewed like Norbes. I watched the first one before it was brought down. It looks like not Quarter Lab, but what with some WD? What? I gave my mic to Corona. Listen to me. You know, I watched the first one before it was brought down. It looks like Rapmatic ended up flagging like Chris's video or whatever like that, and he had to like re-upload it. I don't know if that's what it is, but it looks like that may have been like the case, you know, what they did. And Rapmatic be flagging everybody, bro. Like, I would highly recommend if you're doing any type of media, do not. They only let like one or two people like use their content. Do not use their content. They gonna flag you. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that have been hit by them. You know what I'm saying? Gotten strikes and stuff like that by messing around with their footage. And you gotta, you know, I'm giving them like, you know, a YouTube plug to like removing it all. You know what I'm saying? But just don't mess with their stuff like at all. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I watched the Untold Truth. Now I got some problems with the Untold Truth. I ain't gonna even hold you. You know, on Norbes' end, because it's like, okay. You talked about a lot, you know. You talked about your relationship with Smack, your relationship with Beasley, your relationship with Harry, your relationship with Chico. You're basically making it seem like you had a ton of love for Smack. You know, you went the extra mile for him. You were like involved in like, you know, pretty much getting all of the talent like onto the URL. You know, the whole Floyd Mayweather situation of where you know, ended up getting the Floyd Mayweather spot for the face-offs, and, you know, you felt like Smack kind of played you with that and tried to take credit for that and talk, you know, he did the interview, Smack was talking about him, I had to check in with Floyd, this, that, and the third, but it was actually like Norbes who did all the groundwork and everything to get you guys to be able to use that venue for the face-offs. You know, then it's like Norbes is talking about, he's breaking down like, yo, like, you know, we're supposed to be on like a TV show or a movie. I think it was like Body. And Norbes had lines, and then when he went back, he didn't have any lines. Look, Norbes. It sounded to me like Smack ain't rocking with you. That's what it sounded like. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this. You know, I've been in movies before. You know what I mean? And sometimes you get into situations where you get lines, and then sometimes, like, when it's time to shoot, they may have changed things, like, on the fly, like the script. They may not use you for certain, you know, different things. Like, that happens. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's Smack, but, you know, if you were in a situation where you felt like you were being phased out, it is what it is. The point is, Smack kind of seemed like he didn't rock with you at all. You know what I mean? And you made it clear that he, you know, felt some type of way about you. So why did you have all this love for Smack? Is what I'm not understanding. And then you talking about the problem that you have with P. A lot of people got problems with P. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, and you playing like they're playing the audio of P, like talking subversive about Norbes behind the scenes. You know, it's a lot of shadiness, it's a lot of dirtiness. I ain't gonna even hold you, that be going on. You know, and you got a chance to like hear some of it, you know, and I've heard like, you know, some things, but and with that type of person, that particular person, he does hold grudges, you know, and he's the reason why I don't go to events anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, P is the reason why I don't go to events. This is not disrespecting him, but, you know, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, we had a problem. He had a problem with the problem. You know what I mean? And, you know, when I tried to go to Resolution, Cassidy wanted me to come out there. You know, I went to Resolution, and he was just, like, trying to scan everybody's ticket around mine and just being, like, extra shady, you know. And I talked to Norbes about some of it. He was just like, yo, like, why didn't you just, like, get me? You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't have had that problem, this, that, and the third. But, you know, dude, like, holds a lot of grudges, and a lot of battle rappers like hit me like, yo, like this, I don't want to make him mad, like P mad, he might try to blackball me. I might not be able to get booked, or something shady might happen. Like, this is people like they hit me and tell me, so I know how he is. You know what I mean? So, but he can have his own story as to why he feels like he's the way he is. You know what I mean? Like, I think he did, like, his people was going in on him about the certified shooter situation. He did an interview on, like, Hip Hop Is Real, basically, placating the fans and letting people know what was going on from his perspective. He said if certified shooter wants his money, all he got to do is like send a W-9. He'll end up like giving them his money. It wasn't the money that was agreed upon, that certified shooters felt like was agreed upon, because certified shooter, he went ahead and he done like, went all the way up to New York, like different places, and you know what I'm saying, like taking pictures and this, that, and the third, and he only got $100, so he felt like he was being played. He won a blogger tournament, they ain't want to pay him for that, so maybe they'll end up making that situation right, but it took all the bloggers to kind of talk about it in order for anything to even get halfway done about it. You know what I'm saying? So we can see how things can get kind of dirty behind the scenes. And we seen what Certified Shooter already put out and all this different stuff, like exposing all the screenshots and this, that, and the third, and that, and this. You know what I'm saying? So we all know, like as a whole, the battle rap community knows how dirty this can get. Norbes is basically saying Chico, he had a problem with Chico, and, with the problem with Chico was like playing with his flights, playing with his hotel, making him like share a room with people and doing this, that, and the third. He had to call Smack. He had to call Beezy to try to see if they can straighten out a situation. Chico's not letting him into events with his friend and this, that, and the third, while K-Shine and all their affiliates or their people are getting into events. All this tells me, Norbes, is that you are not a partner. You see what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, Chico, I met Chico before. He does seem like he can get a little bit shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but he does seem like that type. Like, it was kind of Beasley. He kind of announced me to everybody at Traffic. He was like, this is the hater of the URL. To everybody. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody want to rock with your boy. Danny Myers, I adapted up with him. I think it was a couple other people I met. I didn't even know Jazz was there. I had messaged her, told her I was there, whatever. She wanted to, like, link up or whatever, but, just to kick it. You know what I mean? Like, just to be able to, meet me or whatever, and I meet her, and then we just, like, have, like, understanding. I think it was, like, a couple other people I actually ended up meeting at Traffic. Hollow, I seen Hollow at Traffic. Hollow's always cool. And people like that. Rum Nitty's always cool. I put that out there. You know what I'm saying? He's always one of the realest, in battle rap. So I put that out there. But, I had like a little feeling about that. You know what I'm saying? Out in Traffic. But I understand your frustration, Norbes. My issue is P or Chico could not do things like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Chico couldn't do things like that to Beasley. You see what I'm saying? Because they're owners. You know what I mean? Or, how would Smack look trying to get into, like, a hotel and finding out he has to, share a room with somebody? You know what I'm saying? You got to call these people to have things straightened out that should show you, you know what I mean? Like, you're not the partner that you probably think that you are. You know what I'm saying? That's just my point of view, kind of looking in on everything. My personal opinion on it. I get it, Norbes. You snitching on everybody. You mad? They talking about they ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? They lead you on saying that they gonna pay you for this and that, but, they didn't contact you until somebody in your family died, and you feeling like, yo, like, F that, like, forget your condolences, like, where my money at? Smack kind of, you tell Smack you feel entitled, Smack kind of, what you mean you entitled, shun? You feeling some type of way, Norbes, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it, but I think people don't understand, right? We get Norb's side of the story, but what about the other side of the story? Y'all got to put yourself in the URL shoes. You know what I'm saying? We already put ourselves in Norb's shoes, right? So you got to think, with the URL, you got the Ultimate Rap League, you got Smack DVD, you got all the URL, you got, all these different licenses. Norb's name is not on any of the licenses, right? So Norb's goes ahead And he's like the talent scout. He's basically saying, I found Geechee Gotti, I found Jazz the Rapper, and Debo is kind of going off on that. Like, yo, what you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't find Jazz the Rapper. We got people saying that Norbes is like the Christopher Columbus of battle rap. He's acting like he's discovered people that's already been battling before. But I think what Norbes is basically saying is like, I brought these people to the URL. Regardless of where they battled at before or any of that, you know, when they got popping, they really got popping like over on the URL. I think this is what Norbes is trying to say. You know, I brought in, you know, the Conceited and like all these people. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's his point of view on it. But how I would be looking at this, like if I'm a judge and I'm listening to the entire argument, and if I'm in the URL shoes, I'd be like, well, yeah, we had a business idea. We had investors. Harry, he was putting up hundreds of thousands of dollars, $400,000 for an event, sometimes this, that, and the third. We had the investors. Like, it was cool. You gave Harry some pizza when he was hungry, but we had the investors. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And you were helping, you know. See, like, this is my thing. I used to work at Island Def Jam, right? So my uncle was like Gerald Levert, right? So I had a chance because of my cousin to work for Def Jam when Kevin Liles was running it. And this is right during the transition where it was Kevin Liles and then Jay-Z took over the building, like when I was there. You see what I'm saying? So, shout out to Jay-Z. I mean, I know he watched battle rap, but he probably don't remember me. You know what I'm saying? I was the kid that always had the Krispy Kreme donuts and y'all kept stealing all my donuts. You see, you know what I mean? I was young. I think I was like 16 or something. I don't remember. You know, but imagine like, okay, so you have A&Rs like at Def Jam, right? So you've got people that are talent scouts. You got people that'll find talent and bring them to Def Jam, right? So that's just a part of the process. Some people may be better than others. You know what I mean? And bringing talent to certain labels. Does that mean they are part owners of the labels? You know, that's something that people got to think about. You know, when you're thinking about this whole case and how it's going to go. You know, I've seen a lot of A&Rs. You know, I was around there when I think Montel Jordan, like I had his first CD that was pressed from the master. You know, I had to like run it over to like Violator for something. They were all like on the same like you know, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Drew Hill, all them people was always, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? But you got a lot of A&Rs that's doing a lot of work. That doesn't mean that they own the building. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that they own Def Jam. You see what I'm saying? And then with the URL, it's kind of like, it's like a label. And you got Norbes, which is a talent scout, the facilitator. You see what I'm saying? He's getting all the talent, and he's got he's in the know about what people like, who they want to see. You know, he's got a keen eye for talent. New Jersey twerk, people like that. You know, but he's got a keen eye for talent. He's helping to put some of these cards together, this and that and the third. Does that mean that Norbes is an owner? You know, and before I was kind of like, you know, when you watch a lot of what the URL put out, you know, like a lot of the interviews and stuff like that, they say, yo, this is my brother, this, that, and the third. You know, and I kind of was looking at it on a standpoint like, yeah, like Norbes he might be a partner. You know, but the more you went into the story, Norbes, the more it sounded like to me that you were just kind of an A&R for the company. You know what I mean? Like you were a talent scout for the company, bro. That's what it seemed like to me. Obviously, you felt a certain way about Smack. You felt like, yo, like this is my brother, this, that, and the third, but Smack never felt like that with you. You know, and then you got Beasley. You felt like Beasley was your brother. You and him was tight. Y'all was real close. You know, and that's all well and good, and that may have been true. You know, but when it came to the business, it doesn't seem like he backed you like that. You know what I mean? Even when they had to let you go. And this is another thing I want y'all to understand, right? So look, all right, so you got somebody that's working for your company. Like they're literally working for your company. But they're, you know, you're close with this person. But they're working for your company nonetheless. They're the talent scout. You get a big merger deal with Caffeine. It's $110 million allocated specifically to battle rap. Y'all trying to make millions. You got this person, and this is not dissing Norbes. I'm just being transparent of how it is. So you got this person that all the battle rappers are talking about, try to hold them back for certain things because he may feel a certain way about them. So he may hold grudges and stop them from getting certain opportunities. A lot of battle rappers have come out about that. So you got those type of stories that go on. You got a lot of women that may feel kind of, and I'm not saying this is true, but, express like feeling uncomfortable around him. You know what I mean? Then you get like a situation to where New Jersey Twerk, child's mother, you know what I'm saying? Norbes is trying to do something with her. He finds out about it and he does what he does. Now, all this is going on with somebody, that's like a partner to you. Not a partner, but like a talent scout to you. You know what I mean? Like you cool with them, like you bring them under the umbrella, like they get to share like in a lot of the, the experiences that you have. But then their name's not on any of the licenses. Now your deal could be jeopardized because people are looking at this like, yo, like battle rap community is putting a lot of pressure on your company right now. Like, what are you gonna do about this? This guy just did this. You know what I mean? And you like Beasley, like you prevent the footage from coming out, but somebody else, drugs or whatever, had already like recorded the footage and they leaked it out. You didn't leak it out, but they leaked it out. So it's like, you're getting this backlash and people kind of looking at the company like, yo, you gonna have somebody on the company like doing that? So you make a decision as a company with this person that, I'm not trying to play Norbes. I'm just saying like how he's making it look. Like he's like an A&R, and he's saying like, yo, I'm a partner. I'm not cool with, this being dissolved, this relationship publicly until we can work out something. You see what I'm saying? But you got to think like, yo, this dude is not on any licenses. Like, what is he saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, we got to wait for you to do, like, you know what I mean? Whatever. So we put it out. They put out the, dissolvement letter, like basically saying like Norbes is not going to be with the URL no more. He feels some type of way. On his birthday, he files a lawsuit, and because he said he wanted to do it big. He does great things on his birthday, and this is going to be one of the things that he does on his birthday. And he takes you to court, whatever. If you're the league owners, how would you feel about all of these different situations, right? And the type of business that has been done or you're hearing about being done. And all this is alleged. I'm not going to say Norbes is a bad businessman. Anytime I've had any dealings with Norbes, he's always been like, for the most part, straight up with me. He told me he was going to do an interview with me. He went behind my back. He did one with Chris. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to him for doing it. It would have been better, it's obviously better with the one with Chris did. You see what I'm saying? But I've never had any problems with Norbes. Even when people from the URL didn't rock with me, Norbes rocked with me. You see what I'm saying? But looking at the Untold Truth as a whole, I think there was like a need for like a little bit of transparency. And I think we got a lot of that from the Untold Truth. But it seems like to me, this is more like not necessarily a partnership. This is like somebody that's an A&R for the company or a person that's just a talent scout for the company. And it's unfortunate because I'm looking at it like, okay, well, how is this going to move into like a deposition? And when you start bringing battlers in on a deposition, like, Norbes and them can be looking at, okay, we going to make them open the books to try to figure out exactly when I'm owed, this, that, and the third. But in a deposition, like the battlers can sit there and be like, I do not recall. Do you know Norbes? I do not recall. You know what I'm saying? Like they could do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like just because things make it to a deposition doesn't mean a lot's going to be uncovered or a lot's going to be resolved. You see what I'm saying? And deposition is just like a gathering of information so they could potentially use all of this in like a trial form. But it seems like what the deposition will come down to in this particular tort, is whether or not Norbes is a partner. Are the battle rappers going to be expressing that they feel like Norbes is a partner? Or are they going to express that, yeah, Norbes brought me to the URL, but that's as much as I know about this situation? You know what I mean? Then it creates another problem because it's like, okay, you're pretty much validating what Beasley or the URL side said, Like, yeah, like, I was an NR. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm a judge, I'm looking at it like, yeah, like, all right, like, okay, so all these battle rappers are saying that you brought them to the URL. URL already has these exhibits basically saying, like, you're an NR. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were helping you, you were helping them, find talent, this, that, and the third. You're an NR. This is what this deposition is basically saying. What more is there to discuss? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. I think this is unfortunate. One thing this is showing me is these league owners can be shady. I'm sorry. I ain't nobody. I ain't hear like ARP like having no problems like this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hear no organic having no problems like this, like being real, but this is a strange one. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about P, right? And this is not like going in on P or nothing, but P's doing all this, right? He's claiming that he's responsible for the Crucible. Norbes is basically saying no. That's like kind of my thing. You know what I'm saying? I had KG the Poet on. KG the Poet was basically saying that he was like, the person that created like the Crucible and all this stuff. And then, but Norbes is saying like, no, like that was, I was the person, this is my idea. So it's like, it's a whole lot of, you don't know what's going on. Everybody's snaking each other. And it's like with friends like these, bro, you don't need no enemies. For real. And that's something that people got to think about. And one thing I would say, shout out to Chris for putting that out, and because this is eye-opening, but, bro, just be careful about using URL footage, bro. Just be careful. I used to use footage, so I quit that. Especially you put something out there like that, be careful, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see what Rapmatic just did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want some situation like months down the road or something, you forgetting about it. You know what I'm saying? They coming after you. You know what I mean? But you in network, you should be, like, protected some way. You know what I mean? But it seemed like they kind of dirty over there. But, I'll leave it like this. We heard North's side of it, but we don't know what Beasley, Chico, and Smack's side is. I'll tell you this. Whenever I had any dealings with Beasley's always, if I was on the phone with him, he'll tell me, I don't like the content that you put out, but I respect it. He always says that. You know what I mean? So even though I know, they don't rock with the PIPERBOY Williams brand, you know what I mean? Like, he at least respects what we do, because he's like, yo, like, you got to be fair. You got to say what it is. Like, I understood. I got thick skin for it. You know what I mean? Like, as a league owner, it bothered me in the beginning, like, y'all just doing that. You know what I mean? But after a while, like, I get it. I understand. Like, it's part of it. So I haven't had, and Beasley's done, like, favors. You know what I'm saying? For me, like, he don't even have to do. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really experienced Beasley being shady. I'll put that out there. Smack, I haven't really talked to Smack other than, like, on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like, messaging, and he's, like, reacting to some of my messages and stuff like that. But I haven't talked to Smack. I took, you know what I'm saying, pictures at events and all that. But that was before all this. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, a little bit after it. You know what I mean? But I wasn't all crazy with the blogs. But I'll say this, it's always another side to the story. Even P, it's another side to the story. So everybody needs the benefit of the doubt. It's cool we can sit there and listen to somebody talk for about 2 hours, and you're going to believe everything that they say if the other person's not there. You know what I mean? So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. Shout out to Norbes. If you feel like you're entitled to something, if the universe feels that, you'll end up getting it, bro. But if it just is what it is. If you're not entitled to it, you might not get it. But that's what lawyers is for. That's what litigation is for. Tort law can get serious. It can get deep. You know what I mean? But that's not our place. But was it a good watch? I think it was a good watch. If you got about 2 hours to sit down and watch it, I think it's a good watch. But y'all, tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. And Chris, you brave, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. You brave. You brave putting that out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Chris Unbiased, that was unbiased. Like, you putting that out, bro. I didn't expect you to put it out like that and put everything in there that was in there. And he said it was, like, more left out. You know, where Norbes was talking about RBE, he was talking about like a whole bunch of other stuff, but he felt like it didn't really fit what was being said. You know, it just would have been overkill to put everything else in there. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to him for putting that up. And I know it took a while to edit and put together in sequence, you know, but just be careful using these footage, bro. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know. And I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving my mic COVID in it. It's all squeaky in it. I'm sick. I'm putting on a jacket like I'm about to go somewhere and I'm locked down. I can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Calico, I want to say. Because he posted like a video of him like sick. You know, and I'm like, I was always like, C19 ain't really that bad. Like, where everybody all acting all extra sick for, bro? Last night, I was coughing up some stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like, I couldn't sleep. I was like tripping. I was like on the verge of like thinking about like going to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for like making it. You know what I mean? Life is short, y'all. Appreciate the people that are around you. Try to, you know, accomplish as much as you can, you know, and look out for the people that care about you. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace. And don't be trying to play me, oh, he got a cold sore. I don't have a cold sore at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing about, ain't no cold sore, nothing. Don't be trying to play me. I was eating and I bit my lip. I got braces. That's what it was. No cold sore, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even going to put the blog out, but I don't care. I put it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that so y'all know. PIPERBOY got a cold sore. Ain't nah. Don't try to play me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.